Tokyo of the Arts, Japan, and Supakon University, Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, now please allow me to present the opening remark of the Dean, Dr. Timbul Raharjo.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Dalam meningkatkan kualitas pendidikan dalam dan luar negeri, diupayakan secara terus-menerus berafiliasi dengan beberapa perguruan tinggi luar negeri. Bahkan program luar negeri telah banyak dilakukan oleh beberapa perguruan tinggi di Indonesia. Ini adalah sebuah keniscayaan sebagai bentuk pertukaran ilmu pengetahuan dalam bidang seni. Hal ini selaras dengan program Kampus Merdeka dan Merdeka Belajar. Mengembangkan diri mahasiswa untuk dapat belajar sesuai dengan kombinasi ilmu dengan minat dan bakat mahasiswa. Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Jakarta telah melakukan adaptasi, melakukan akses dan komunikasi dengan mitra perguruan tinggi internasional. Jogja International Creative Art Festival adalah salah satu kegiatan berskala internasional yang diselenggarakan oleh Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Jakarta, bertujuan mengembangkan dan saling bertukar informasi tentang perkembangan ilmu pengetahuan, penciptaan dan pengkajian dalam bidang seni serta budaya. Event ini merujuk pada tema tentang new normal pada saat ini dan bagaimana seniman menyikapi hal ini sekaligus berperan secara aktif dalam bidang yang digelutinya, yaitu bidang seni rupa. Kegiatan ini melibatkan mitra perguruan tinggi luar negeri yang selama ini telah bekerjasama dengan baik melalui beberapa event seni dengan Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Yogyakarta seperti Sipalkon University, Thailand, Seoul Institute of the Art, dan lain-lain. Terdapat tempat event dalam Jogja International Art Festival, yaitu 1. Visual Art Collaboration, pameran seni rupa dari berbagai mitra luar negeri. Ini merupakan suatu kebanggaan tersendiri bagi Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Jakarta, dan kita beberapa narasumber yang sudah kita undang dalam forum sharing, kemudian webinar, ini yang menghadirkan beberapa narasumber yang berkompeten di Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Jakarta. Juga Visual Art Competition yang merupakan lomba bagi peserta mahasiswa dari Fakultas Seni Rupa ISI Jakarta maupun dari beberapa mahasiswa dari luar negeri. Ucapan terima kasih saya haturkan kepada para pendukung acara ini. Semoga pandemi COVID-19 secara segera berakhir sehingga kerjasama antar perguruan tinggi terus dapat dikembangkan, tidak saja melalui daring namun juga luring. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Pak Timbul. Well, one of the underlying points from the discussion that we had yesterday is that in this pandemic situation, being creative is not enough. We need to go beyond that. And it is surprisingly in line with our theme today. Think creatively and go beyond. We have 5 speakers And now they are ready with their papers. In the presentation order, they are first Dr. Hanif bin Khairi from Malaysia, Dr. Timbul Rahadjo from ISI Yogyakarta, Ms. Nanaka Adachi from Tokyo, Japan, Mr. Tera Bajragosa MSN from ISI Yogyakarta, and also Ms. Sauwalak Kapli Singh from Silpakorn University. Before we start the presentation, let me give you a broad picture of how this forum will be organized. The first, we will have the presentation session, and each speaker will have 15 minutes at the most to present their papers. And then after all the presenters presenting their papers, we are going to have the second session, which is the question and answer session. I think to be effective, while you are enjoying the presentation, you may start to type your questions on our chat so that our friends here will help me to recap it for me. Okay, all right. Now let's start with the first speaker. He is Dr. Hanif bin Khairi from Malaysia, and now he is currently in the Deputy Dean of the Contemporary Metal Design Department of University Technology Mara, Malaysia. His 11 pages curriculum vitae is the proof that he is a super active lecturer, researcher, and also designer. He is an expert in jewelry, metalsmithing, and sculpture. Please welcome Dr. Hanif bin Khairi.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning to everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Regarding the theme of this particular forum, firstly, I would like to thank for having me in this forum. Somehow, I'm going to show you things that related to the theme, which is think creatively and go beyond. Somehow, I have prepared things that related to the pandemic COVID-19. The thing is, what has happened last year compared to this year is quite an enormous difference. I believe that what happened last year compared to this year is something out of norm. And this year, in the 2020, is considered like a new norm to all of us around the world. So what has happened actually is something that we are, whether we are not prepared or we are well prepared about it. But in relation to creativity, I have, prepared myself actually, but I try to be someone who could adapt to the situation, to the current pandemic situation. So I'm going to show you what has happened last year and this year actually in comparison in relation to the theme actually, think creatively and go beyond. So I'm going to show you, so allow me to share what has happened actually in the last year event. That what has happened is according to my research or things that related to my interests. So this is what happened in my previous years. So you can see what in the screen, the Miss Moderator. Can you see
Pardon me?
me? Can you
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
All right. So this is what happened during my previous years. So one of my interests is in producing sculptures and involved in exhibitions. Yeah. So this is what happened in my previous years. It's happened in Australia. It's happened around the world. I don't have any what we call restriction in exhibiting or doing my work uh, previously. So I have produced sculptures and do some exhibitions in the galleries. Yep. So mingle around with artists and designers, doing work in all sorts of exhibitions. Yeah, all around the world. Even in Jakarta, I've been involved in Art Jakarta in last year, in 30th August to the 1st September 2019 in JCC Senayan, Jakarta. So it's kind of giving me some experiences of or freedom of doing what I like, yeah, especially related to sculptures or creative works. So this is what I have been done previously, yeah. So I got a lot of I did some activities related to sustainability as well as every things that related to forum workshops and so on. And this is happened in Yogyakarta during the Bcraft event. So I give some workshop on sustainability as well. It's not only related to things of a sculpture or any kind of design works. I also related to sustainability event or activities that might somehow be involved in the environment as well as, yeah, we don't have any restriction or actually what I'm trying to say is I have so many freedom in doing everything that I want in relation to creativity. Yeah. So this is related to sea glass where I can go to the beaches and collect some sea glass and produce some jewelries. Yeah. So this is what happened previously. So I don't have any problem with this particular uh, activities. But somehow, when the pandemic started, so I'm going to show you the restriction that uh, happen and everything goes online. Yeah. So I'm going to show you what has happened, I think in last month regarding a activity or event that being held online by the one of the university in Jakarta. It's called Design Morphosis, organized by Universitas Tarumanegara, Jakarta. So I involved in this particular exhibition, which compared to previous activities or last year's or previous year's activities, where I cannot be in physical in the exhibition. So everything goes online. Yeah, so that is our restriction actually. That is our new norm. And what have been in this activity is okay. So because of the MCO or the movement control order, yeah. So I have the restriction of producing artworks. So what has happened during the lockdown? Yeah, because in Malaysia we have like 1 or 2 months lockdown. So it's give me actually a burden to produce my artworks, where I can't produce my artworks freely. So what has happened is uh, stay at home, stay safe, and do what you can do in your house. Yeah. So during the lockdown session, what I've been done is taking pictures of what have been cooked inside my house actually. So the new norm is kind of burden to me. And what has happened is I produce an artwork that is totally different from my previous art or design works. So what has happened here is I collect all the photograph uh, that being cooked, what being cooked in the kitchen in my house during the lockdown. So as you can see here, I got sagu gula melaka, all the foods and beverages being cooked during the lockdown. All the mac and cheese, nasi kerabu, cincau sumbat, all those things I consider it as an artwork. Yeah, more like a photography work. So this is all the foods that has been cooked and photographed and documented, and I turn it into an artwork. So this is being submitted into a design morphosis exhibition organized by Universitas Tarumanegara. So this is part of the artwork. So I believe and I consider this as in artwork, a photography work. So I'm going to show you the full picture of it. Um, so this is all yeah, the delicious cuisine that have been cooked during the pandemic COVID-19. Yep. It might be somehow whimsical or something, yeah, make you feel hungry as well. But somehow it is considered to me an artwork. And I try to be as creative as I can in taking the pictures of those meals like being cooked every day during the lockdowns. So during the lockdown, nothing much that I can do. You cannot go out from your house, and what I have been done is actually cooking and be online on everything. So that is the restriction and the new norm. And I use this particular situation and transform it into an artwork. Yeah. So I do some photography work and do some graphic works and put the name of the meal. Like this one is burnt cheesecake. Yeah. Roasted chicken. I try every kind of cooking style, every kind of cuisine. Yeah. And this one is spaghetti bolognese. Yeah. If you heard about sagu gula melaka, this is very delicious. Yeah. Lemon garlic chicken. I'm sorry for making you guys hungry right now, but this is my artworks actually. All right. And we got golden kanafe over here, very hard to make. Kriya gula melaka. Yeah. And this is considered to me as the melting pot of culture. where I would like to show everyone online around the world that this is the cuisine of the Malaysian or Malaysia. So I hope that by using this artwork or this photography work, it can create knowledge to other countries or other persons. Yeah. So we got here mie rebus tulang, noodles with a meat, and also because Malaysia are the melting pot of culture, it consists of Chinese cuisine as well. Yeah, obviously being shown in the screen is wonton noodle. Yeah, as well as kacang pool is related to the Arabic cuisine. It's all being made by myself, as well as apam pisang or the cupcakes made from bananas. We got mac and cheese as well, Western cuisine. And in relation to Indonesia, my family also have create a nasi ayam penyet in Malaysian version, yeah, with chicken crunchy chicken with rice as well as with chicken feet soup. And we got also chincharu sumbat. So by using words from the Malaysian cuisine, I try to portray the idea of culture that being embedded into artworks. So I cannot produce my sculpture or design or things that related to jewelry or metalsmithing, but I try to show even if we being locked down in our house, our own house, we can still be creative and go beyond. So this is one of the famous cuisine of Malaysia, nasi kerabu, where rice with meat as well as some things. Maybe I don't know how to spell it actually, how to say it, but this is so delicious. And this is what happened actually. I can't play this one. So that is what happened actually during the lockdown. And I try to be as creative as I can when I can't produce the artworks of creating the artworks in this case producing the sculpture. I try to make something that is adapt to the situation, the current pandemic situation. I believe that's what happened right now. So I give you back to the Miss Moderator.
Okay. Thank you for making us hungry, Dr. Hanif.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's move to the second speaker. He has qualified as Dr. Hanif. He is now the Dean of the Visual Arts Faculty of ISE Jogja. He is a lecturer, a researcher, an artist, and also an entrepreneur. What makes him more special is his attention to the development of craft and crafter. An award from our former president symbolizes his dedication on this field. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Timbul Raharjo.
Halo, saya Timbul Raharjo dari Fakultas Seni Rupa Institut Seni Yogyakarta. Kali ini saya akan menyampaikan penelitian saya tentang penciptaan seni rupa, yang karya ini nanti akan memberikan pemahaman terhadap bagaimana mencipta karya seni rupa yang endingnya adalah sebuah perolehan haki dan akan dipakai oleh masyarakat pengrajin untuk kegiatan usaha, terutama usaha untuk ekspor. Ini adalah bentuk daripada penelitian saya, yakni kombinasi media campuran dalam penciptaan seni rupa. Lanjut, ini adalah sebuah problematika di masyarakat, di mana banyak limbah kayu yang ada itu hanya dipakai sebagai bahan bakar. Nah, pada perkembangannya kita coba untuk melihat seperti apa pemanfaatan daripada limbah ini. Yang selanjutnya kita juga melihat bahwa di sana banyak limbah aluminium dari barang bekas motor maupun kendaraan bermotor dengan bahan aluminium. Nah, dua bahan ini adalah yang menarik bagi saya untuk saya kembangkan menjadi sebuah karya seni yang kemudian bisa bermanfaat. Karena yang namanya karya seni itu mencari sesuatu yang biasa menjadi luar biasa. Sesuatu yang belum ada, maka kita ciptakan menjadi sebuah benda yang ada. Dan ini bermanfaat pada masyarakat. Selanjutnya limbah kayu ya, ini adalah latar belakangnya. Ini adalah banyak dihasilkan oleh sebetulnya perhutani yang di sana banyak pokok atau pangkal daripada sebuah pohon yang kita sebut dengan pohon jati. Di bawahnya itu sudah bertahun-tahun dan kemudian dimanfaatkan yang semula hanya sebagai bahan bakar bagi masyarakat sekitar hutan, kemudian saat ini mulai dimanfaatkan untuk membuat karya seni. Juga limbah aluminium ini juga menjadi hal yang penting, yang kemudian nanti kita coba kembangkan, kita padukan menjadi sesuatu yang menarik. Nah, ini adalah sebuah kegelisahan yang ada pada diri saya, kemudian melihat lingkungan, kemudian kita kaitkan dengan seni dan budaya, dan memberikan inspirasi untuk menciptakan suatu produk baru. Selanjutnya, nah ini adalah roadmap-nya ya, roadmap tinjauan karya. Kemudian kita coba kreasi inovasinya seperti apa, kemudian ide konsepnya, perwujudan teknik, kemudian karya yang diciptakan, terus bagaimana karya itu bermanfaat bagi masyarakat, bagaimana apresiasinya, sehingga karya ini sampai kepada fungsi-fungsi karya yang memberikan kemanfaatan yang baik terhadap masyarakat, terutama masyarakat pengrajin dalam hal ini. Next. Nah, ini adalah kegelisahan dari lingkungan itu. Kemudian kita coba kombinasikan berbagai macam teknik, perpaduan, harmoni dan lain sebagainya, yang kemudian terwujud menjadi sebuah karya yang baik. Artinya karya itu baik itu berarti sesuai dengan prinsip pribadi, ekspresi pribadi, juga baik terhadap fungsi terhadap masyarakat, karya ini bisa dikembangkan. Next. Nah, ini proses di mana karya dari problematika yang muncul pada masyarakat, kemudian dicari idenya, diseket, kemudian dikombinasikan dengan kebutuhan, tujuan daripada karya yang akan diciptakan itu untuk terwujud menjadi karya yang bisa diapresiasikan. Next. Ini adalah sketch yang kita coba. Ada beberapa sketch yang kita tampilkan di sini. Ada 2. Next. Nah, ini juga. Nah, dalam hal ini karya yang saya saya pikir terbaik bagi saya adalah karya yang nomor sketsa alternatif yang nomor 4. Nah, ini coba dilihat nextnya. Nah, ini kemudian karya nomor 4 ini saya coba untuk membuat satu gambar perspektif di mana saya coba untuk positioning kombinasi antara logam dan kayu itu seperti apa. Muncullah karya yang seperti ini. Dan akhirnya next, ini adalah tadi adalah rancangan yang kemudian rancangan itu diwujudkan dalam bentuk 3-dimensional menggunakan tanah liat. Itu namanya model. Nah, model itu kemudian dicetak dan menghasilkan next. Nah, ini adalah menghasilkan model yang terbuat dari bahan fiberglass. Di mana fiberglass itu kemudian dikasih pola untuk posisi-posisi kayu yang seperti yang saya gambar sebelumnya. Terus ini adalah proses pembuatan bentuk dari aluminium, yang aluminium itu dengan teknik cor dengan suhu tertentu sehingga titik cair kemudian dicorkan dalam ini namanya cetak kering, artinya menggunakan tanah liat untuk membuat cetakan yang akan dicor dengan aluminium. Next. Nah, setelah selesai, kemudian disambung-sambung dengan lasmik, di mana penyambungan ini tentu harus sesuai dengan posisi-posisi yang sudah direncanakan sebelumnya. Next. Ini adalah salah satu bentuk yang belum dibuat dihaluskan, masih dalam bentuk potongan-potongan yang kemudian disambung dengan las. Next. Nah, ini penyambungan dengan las, satu bagian yang lain itu disambung. Nah, ini barang yang sudah jadi. Tadi sketsa, kemudian ini barang yang sudah jadi. Ini adalah kombinasi antara aluminium dengan kayu. Ini karya ini saya beri judul Menyerah. Sebetulnya ini seperti temet di sawah gitu ya, atau orang-orangan untuk mengusir burung. Ini adalah bentuk yang mungkin menandakan kegelisahan saya terhadap lingkungan yang perlu kita manfaatkan dengan baik, yang kemudian kita bisa bawa keluar untuk bermanfaat terhadap masyarakat, terutama masyarakat pengrajin. Next. Nah, saya pikir itu yang bisa saya sampaikan. Semoga ini menjadi satu kegiatan penciptaan yang baik, sehingga di masa mendatang karya-karya ini bisa memberikan nuansa baru terhadap perkembangan seni kriya, terutama yang terkait dengan ekspor. Ada kabar bagus bahwa karya ini sudah direpro dengan jumlah 4, yang ternyata ada buyer dari Amerika sudah memesan produk ini, dan ini akan bermanfaat bagi para pengrajin. Terima kasih. Selamat siang.
Terima kasih Pak Timbul. Now it's time for us to fly to Japan to meet Ms. Nanaka Adachi. She is a faculty member of the Global Art Practice MFA program, Tokyo University of Arts, Japan. Her activities range from teaching, designing, exhibiting her artworks, and also, of course, researching. Besides visual arts, I learned that it seems that she is also talented in languages. Ms. Nanaka, the floor is yours for 15 minutes.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, is my voice clear? Hello,
Yes, very clear.
thank you. Hi, this is Nanaka Adachi. Now I'm working as a research assistant at a graduate school, GAP, at the Tokyo University of Art. So today I will share a part of my research project, and also I newly graduated from GAP, where I working right now. So I share my research project and also showing a part of my graduation work. So today I will talk about a research project which I call Osagari. That means hand-me-on clothes in Japanese. And I see hand-me-down customs or tradition is a time travel with clothes. I guess not only Japan, all over the world, clothes from past generation to new generation pass on. So I see this very interesting process. And this Corona year, since this spring, I thinking about very much about time. And today I will start with my background, which is very related to my own art practice and research. And here's where I come from. I am from Tokyo, and my hometown is north east west side of Tokyo, which is very small town. And when I was 10 to 11 years old, me and my sister and my dad moved to Sweden just for 6 months. So we lived there for some months and we spent time there. And after that, I decided to go back to Sweden and study. I studied languages and also textile art, which is mainly based on craftsmanship skills. So I tried from weaving, dyeing, screen printing, and needlework, and that kind of things in Sweden. And after that, I came back to Japan and having several kind of work. At the same time, I did artwork. So I worked as an office lady some years, and that time I decided I want to develop my art practice more. So for 3 years ago, I started to study contemporary art at GAP program, which is master program for fine arts program. And these 2 years, I went to different countries from Europe to Asia. And last year, I went to Bangkok and Jakarta and Jogja as one of our research projects. And the trips give me a new perspective on my own identity. And since I lived Sweden quite long time, almost my almost all years in my 20s, I lived in Sweden, and that experience made me thinking about my own identity and also background. So I started to do research about my family. And this picture is my grandma from mother's side. And she is the one person who helped me to do research. And the lady who's sitting in the middle of this picture with bow tie, one piece with white high heels, she is my grandma. And I'm very interested to see old clothes, and they can tell us the culture and the history. These also same period, I guess. My grandma had the same one piece or some kind of dress, and I guess it's also homemade. And my mom is one of the girl who wearing the white dot one piece. And I suppose these two girls with same dresses is homemade too. So this picture and the old clothes give me a feeling of peace and also how people lived in this time. And this is also grandma and my mom outside of their house. And my mom with the helmet, with the school costume, but she had a trouser like more sports trousers, I guess. So these pictures also tell us some kind of history in Japan after 1950s, I guess. So I accumulating these kind of pictures from my parents' photo album and go back to history. And this picture from my dad's side, the smallest boy with a school hat with jacket and half pants is my grandfather who passed away 15 years ago. And this is his family, his parents and his 3 other siblings and his aunt. This picture is from 1920s, I guess. And here I can see how people were in that time for more than 100 years ago. People wear the kimonos every day, and this also a same family photo, but maybe 5 years later from the previous one. And this one too, this is during or before World War II. And this picture make me wonder how my grandpa spent his teenage years. So he was teenager during World War II, and after World War II, what I heard from his family was he worked as a black market to survive every day. So in this picture, I can find they lived quite good life with fancy kimonos or well treated kimonos. But the history behind that makes me wonder how it would be. And this picture is my parents' wedding. And this is almost 40 years ago. My parents are now 60 years old. So I can find my dad's side and mother's side parents and how people wear the clothes. This picture is from 1950 1980s, and this picture too, my parents took picture with kimono and also Western clothes. So when I see all these pictures, I can find war period and peace period and different kind of symbols. And so I'm trying to do research from crowd's perspective. I can see the industrial development in Japan and how people's lifestyle changes from very simple Japanese lifestyle to westernized society. And I want to share a short film after this to share one of my artwork. And this with the English title, and it is about 4 minutes.最初に作るって決めた時に絵巻のすごい長い延々と続くお話にするのかっていうのだけ最初に決めて、であとその中でどういうふうに組み立てていくかっていうのは最初にこういうふうにやりたいって決めたけど、やっぱりやりながら違うなとかっていうのを割とこうとか引っかいしながらやりたいなっていうふうに思ってるかも。なんかそれが結構テキスタイルのいいところで、気に食わなかったら縫い直せばいいし、上から次足したりとか、最初の計画と変わっちゃっても絵としてなり、例えば私の作品としては成立してるから、それは布のいいところだなって思って。美術館って触っちゃいけないものが結構多いかったりとか、なんか本当はこう好奇心をかきたてるような場所であったはずなのに、知識を得たりとか新しい感性を触発するような場所なのに、すごいこう注意書きが超絶いっぱいあってさ、なんかもうしちゃいけないことががんじがらめになって怯えながら見るみたいな心情に私は個人的になっちゃうから、そうじゃなくてなんかこう触ってみたりとか、なんかこうただ視覚的に見るっていうのとは違う楽しみ方が作れたらいいなっていうのもあったっていうのもあるかな。布を切ってそれをそのまま上から貼り付けるみたいな感じで、生かしたものもあるし、毛玉の毛糸の方がいるところの周りにいろんな洋服のミニチュアサイズのがあるのは、日本に昔からある羽子板とかを作る布を紙にこうかぶせて、それを形取っていくっていう技法を使ったりとか、今のところは刺繍がメインだけど、編み物とか織物とかっていうのももうちょっと混ぜられたらいいなとも思ってるし、これまでのもの的な技法をもっとこう融合させて、それで絵を作るっていうことの方がメインで、よくいろんな作品を作りながら思うのは、自分の自己満足でゴミを増やしてるような気もしてて、わざわざ新しい布を見つけてきて、それに化学染料とたくさんの水を使って染めてとかプリントしてとかで、電気をいっぱい使ってミシンを踏んでとかってなると、なんか不思議だなと思ってしまって、ついで、それじゃなくて何ができるのかなって考えた時に、 家の中にたくさん洋服が余ってて、ちっちゃい頃のもそうだし、親戚中から集まってくるお古とかもたくさんあるから、その中から拾い集めて、それを自分が持ってる技術とか知識とかを凝縮する形でもいいのかもしれないと思ったっていうのはあるかも。Thank you. It was the ending of the movie, and as a conclusion, I am working with the textile as a material and the starting point for my art practice and also research. And in this period with COVID, I'm thinking about the time. And the time is the most common thing for everyone. Since COVID situation, there are so many different kind of regulation, and the places we are not allowed to go or travel, and so many separations and excluding things. And because of that, I'm starting to thinking about time as a part of the most important essence of my art practice. Thank you.
Okay, interesting, Ms. Nanaka. Well, participants, let's go to the next presentation. I'm sure that it will be as interesting as the former one. This is from Tera Bajragosa, MSN. He is a lecturer at the Visual Communication Design Study Program of ISI Jogja. He has been devoted his life to visual art as an artist, a curator, and also a researcher. Ladies and gentlemen, Tera Bajragosa.
Hello everybody, how are you? My name is Tera Bajragosa from ISI Yogyakarta. And in this occasion, I want to talk about the sequential arts between pandemic and creativity. Comic book and sequential art in Indonesia as a storytelling and expression medium, showing a dynamic development in recent years. Comic in printed book format still got attention from its reader, as well as webcomic, which got thousands of visits on its digital platform every day. In 2019, for example, comic book became an inspiration to be developed into movie. And in the other hand, movie industry also using comic book to broaden its appreciation reaching. In this promising moment, when comic artists, comic industry practitioners, and other comics support system should be in creative synergy, the pandemic is coming. It swept all the ideas and plans of coronavirus pandemic labeled as COVID-19 pandemic could not be avoided, striking our people and gave an impact to almost all society lives. And of course, comic society is one who are impacted by the pandemic situation. Some comic artists creatively responding to this pandemic situation and decided to do something. Creativities were coming in many kind of forms. There's a group movement to all together building the optimism spirit and keeping on creating comic artworks. And there's also creation of comics with the story directly related to the COVID-19 issues, whether talking about its virus knowledge, the health protocols, suggestion of keeping the virus away, and also stories about how to keep safe and happy in the pandemic situation. Here are brief notes of some creativity efforts in the field of comics and sequential arts related to the pandemic theme and issues. When government declared the pandemic situation in the middle of March 2020, our sequential art class was just passing through half of the semester. Two final tasks on my part were selling comic and infographic comic. The theme of these tasks were changed responding to the pandemic situation. Students should create 2 short comics with the story related to the COVID-19 pandemic that they experienced. The first one is silent comic. In this silent comic, students asked to express how or what they feel about the pandemic, whether it was an optimism, anxiousness, sadness, braveness, worriness, fear, or anything through the medium of sequential art. and drawings, just gesture, face mimics, and other symbols without spoken words in dialogue or monologue bubbles. The second one is infographic comics. In this comic, students must use at least 2 infographics. In example, instruction picture on how to picture, graphics, diagrams, pictograms, cut-through diagrams, and combining them into one story. By doing this, they could show and tell to the readers about their creativity and activity during the pandemic and stay-at-home kind of things. What they do, what they create, and how to do things or how to make something, hopefully, were more understandable through the infographics comics. Give inspiration and spark ideas for the reader to do the same while they stay at home. The Daging Tumbuh Comic and Art Collective that founded in 2000 by Eko Nugroho presented a COVID-19 related theme from their new comic compilation release. As we know, the comic presented in every volume of Daging Tumbuh comic had various styles and themes, but Eko always wrapped them in a funny, play-words yet mind-provoking volume title. And for this 2020 volume 18, the title is Sepi ing COVID Rame ing Sanitizer. This title is parody of Javanese phrase Sepi ing pamrih rame ing gawe, that actually show a wisdom act of working without asking for the playback. What made this volume special was the release of its limited edition box set with t-shirt, tote bag, scarf, and even a numbered certificate of authenticity. Comic artists individually also move to say something about this pandemic through their comics works, which could be read in a book or online format on social media. To mention one of the examples is a female comic artist named herself Hai Rembulan. Hai Rembulan uploaded her comic diary titled Aku dan Acar, or means Me and the Pickles, which told her way of surviving this pandemic and keep the life goes on with full speed by making pickles. This could be a simple idea, but her story will drag you to her childhood memories about the pickle recipe from the Asinan sellers and her late father, who also introduced her the pickle to her. The other example is coming from Yuda Sandi, who created a silent comic titled Dipendam Pandemi, or it means Buried by the Pandemic, which story told about some people who are optimistic and keep doing their activities during the pandemic without forget to conduct the COVID-19 health protocols. Creatively, Sandy gave opportunities to anybody to be included in his comic as the characters in the story by giving donation. The donator can choose which person in the comic in which panel or page they want to appear. Only 20 slots available, and soon it filled with friends who were enthusiastically wanted to join, even adding a new character, like their pets to be in the comic. When I was appointed by Mulia Karya Collective and Dinas Kebudayaan Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta to curate a comic exhibition and festival, I chose Dipendam Pandemi as the whole festival's title and theme, inspired by Yuda Sandi's comic title, Dipendam Pandemi, departed from the word pendam, which means bury, and pandemi means pandemic. So some kind of things or activities which were buried by the pandemic, we see this thing as a realistic yet optimistic thing to do during the pandemic. Some activities has to be postponed, and then we creatively find another one that is sooth and harmless, and of course following the health protocols. Yogyakarta Comic Week's festival titled Dipendam Pandemi finally launched at 9 of October 2020, presented comic-related events and activities that responding to the pandemic situation. Most of the events were held online. We held exhibition for professional comic artists, and the response to the pandemic through their artwork were very amazing too. Some of them showing the way of healthy habits, stories surrounding, some of them showing a self-opinion story looking at themselves, friends and families in this situation, graphic diaries, and also telling a fantasy story that presented this COVID-19 kind of things in a metaphor or symbolically. The Yogyakarta Comic Weeks also had talks, seminars, book launchings, and drama comical or comical plays. Comical plays initiated by Mulia Karya Collective to transmedia comic medium to the plays. This year, we choose Dipendam Pandemi by Yuda Sandi to be brought as a play by Asta Kaladeva as the director, and Aku dan Acar by Hai Rembulan brought as a play by Nunung Denny. In this place, we could see how the comical things like panels, dialogue bubbles, onomatopoeia will not left and abandoned, so it still can be mentioned as a drama comical or comical play. This drama comical were premiered and broadcasted through YouTube channel and could be accessed anytime, anywhere, even now. I believe there are more creators and creativity in the comic fields in Indonesia and other countries that responding to this pandemic situation with amazing and beyond artworks. I hope these brief notes could also give inspiration to do some creative things and not only in the sequential art field. Thank you.
Terima kasih Pak Tera. Well, the last, but of course not the least, Assistant Professor Sawalak Kabir Singh. I sense an Indian name here. She is from the Applied Art Department of Faculty of Decorative Arts, Silpakorn University, Thailand. She obtained her MFA degree from Visakhapatnam University, India, and she's majoring in textile. Ms. Sawalak, are you with us? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hi. Are you ready with your presentation? Excuse me, Ms. Sawalak, it seems that you haven't unmuted your Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Oh, thank you.
Start the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sawalak Kabir Singh from Silpakorn University, Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, I'm very happy and great to participate on this program. So today we will talk about think creative and go beyond. So I will follow my paper. Facing the going. Facing and going through COVID-19 together is the theme of my work. There are 76 provinces in Thailand. Nakhon Pathom, the province where I live, is the first province with the report of COVID patient. The government announced the lockdown from March 25th, 2020 and continue for 2 full months. This pandemic is not going away as quickly as we might want it to. How are we going to live with it? How are we going through it? What will be our future after this pandemic? There are some of the questions troubling us all. I was trained in Shantiniketan, India. The place was found by the gas stage of our time, Rabindranath Tagore. He was concerned that we go up in the positive environmental allowing. Trust, Shantiniketan is a home of peace. Benefits from natural surrounding. I learned to watch carefully the nature and it allowed me. Nature gives me peace, relaxation, calmness, and healing. I look at the young leaves slowly turn yellow and brown. Then came the new bud. Egg, nature, in the nest, slowly brought to life. Baby bird slowly then fly out to the world. Nature is healing and at the same time allow creativity to come forth. Art can be very simple. History of art show us how men drew carbon on the surface of the wall in the cave. how they start textile from wool thread and slowly add design to their creation. Through this difficult time, we need time to adjust and bring forth a new art. For with simple material yet presented in a new way. This artwork I am presenting is formed through this way of thinking. I explain my idea with the mixed media textile to express my feeling. My work, like calendar, I done during the lockdown case by this pandemic. It express my feeling from day to day during the difficult time. I met many people when many pass through happiness, sometimes pain and suffering. Life go on in its natural momentum. I experience a circle of nature with its tool from everyone. Now, go to the picture. Picture number 1, please. Excuse me, do you have any my picture? Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Did you have any my picture that I said?
Do we have a picture? Yes, we will share it for you in a minute.
Okay. The first picture, please.
เขาต้องคลิกใช่ไหมเราไม่ได้คลิก
How?
Yeah, the computer is loading it.
Yeah.
รูปไหนรูปที่หนึ่งรูปที่หนึ่งเราบอกไปแล้วแต่รูปไหนเป็นรูปที่หนึ่งบอก
Excuse me. Can you show the first? The first picture.
I think it is difficult for us to display your picture.
เอานี้ได้ไหมเราคลิกเองได้ไหมไม่ได้ใช่ไหม
Okay, that I will show myself. Okay.
ให้เขาคลิกเข้าไปเลยค่ะ May you please click?
Okay.
เขาบอกว่าเขากดไม่ได้
Okay. Okay, ได้ได้
Okay. This is the first picture. Okay.
We did it. We share your picture now.
No, this.
Continue.
Okay. This is number 2.
Okay. I will follow the picture that you showed. This picture is number 2. First, we start this piece on the upper left corner. 2 strings are tied the middle along with the bead, expressing my emotions pressure felt during the lockdown. Okay, next picture, please. Can you go the next picture? Kiss me.
Okay, I got it.
มันจะเล่าเรื่องยังไง Okay, this picture number four in the middle frame the color in the background is changed. Now it is the blue and the sun is rising seen only the upper half. The rising sun bright hope and joy bring hope and joy to our life. The white cotton thread, the white cotton thread which go across express the flow of the day, and the white line downward express the up and down emotion with the daily routine our life possess. Next please. This picture number 3. This is the upper center piece. The white brown spot and the center is the moon. Our day goes by with the movement of the sun and the moon. The emotional thread are still seen on the right frame. Next, please. Next, the picture, please.
Next.
Okay. This picture number 6. This is seen on the lower frame. The white thread still continues to move across as the day go by with some occurrence with white thread downward. Blue and red beads are on the cotton thread. Life can go with energy and hope. Next the picture. Next the picture, please.
Next picture.
Picture number 5. We can see some blue in this frame, and there are red dots on the white line. They are the positive energy, life energy which come with the flow of the day. Life is going on. Next one, please. This picture number 7. The last one is also the below frame. expressing the life calendar. Backbeat is installed in the space. Main light is continue with the energy. Next picture, please. This is all of my work that
This
become overview. This overview of my the material used are jute and cotton thread. Okay.
เราไม่ได้ยินเสียงครับ
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
เขายินเราแต่เราไม่ได้ยินเขาบอกสิ we cannot hear you.
I cannot hear you. Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
มันไม่ใช่ความผิดของเรานะ
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
เขาก็ไม่ได้ยิน
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm on the last one.
Things happens here.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Laura, have you ended your presentation?
No.
The last one.
I want to show the last one.
Okay then.
Yeah.
We'll have the last one.
That the picture, the last one. Okay. Go on. This work, I explaining about the feeling at the COVID-19 time. The work has 6 small pieces and different size join together, like a time on each month, and feeling has long and short such as a happiness, but it was happened very short time. In another way, suffering is long. The lining of Jude, it represented a time which has been changing very fast. This brings us back to the complete of my work, life calendar. Life go on, recognizing the nature energy, following beneath us all. Through nature, we observe life occurrence in life while they go on with its nature rhythm. The sentence peace, express hope and life force, which move on its nature force. We only need to recognize its value, important for our own life and our art creation. Through difficult times, it is important that artists like and me should keep our soul intact with creative mind. As artists, we are different from the other people because we keep our mentality and still be creative with our work, whatever media it may be. This is a practice of us as artists. Art is language. As an artist, even is rose situation, an artist can still share his or her feeling through art. Understand that life is another but change. Be comfortable to adjust and relate to the change and new social rule which has become our new normal. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rolak. We do apologize for the technical problem. Okay, participant, now let's move to the question and answer session. I already have some chats here, and I will start with the first one. It comes from Ibu Hesti Rahayu. She is a lecturer at the Visual Communication Design of ISE Jogja. And the question goes to Bapak Tera Bajragosa. I will translate it for everyone. The question is more or less like this. When you do a collaborative work, how do you develop your idea, considering that you have to compromise your ideas with the other artists? Please, Bapak Tera.
Thank you. The first thing to do is discuss what we want to gain, what is the goal of the artwork, of the collaborative artworks, together with the people involved. Maybe 2 heads, 3 heads, depend on the people who are involved in the collaboration. And then after we set the goal, the main idea, what we want to present, we just talk what I want to do. To be like what you call it, honestly, frankly, tell what you want to do to reach the goal. And the other participant or the other people in the collaborative works talk the same. I want to do this, I have the idea, I have this idea, I have that idea. We, what you call it, take note, and then in the end of the discussion, we move to another step of creating the artworks. This idea, that idea can be, what you call it, moved together or not. We delete some, we move some, and in the same step until we reach the last, the most every people in the group happy with the idea. and then we try to realize it. Sometimes in the process, the idea that we have deleted come again and put together into the main goal on the collaborative artworks. I think that what I experienced when creating collaborative artworks. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak Tera. Next, we have a question from Bapak Trisna Pradita, a lecturer from the Art Management ISI Yogyakarta. The question is for Dr. Timbul. It's more or less says, in finding ideas for your artwork, what difficulties you often encounter, you often meet?
Thank you very much for the question from Tita. My artwork actually first time is express my heart to make something, because we see the environment is make me sad. Make me sad. So we have to do something, because it is like habit of my life, because every time must be creating something. This is like make me happy when I make something, so that I can express my idea to make like artwork in the situation of pandemic actually, because this express I put in the picture with the sketch, and also our employee to do at home, to because I talk employee, because I have some employee to do physically for making visual of my artwork, so that some of them I bring to the global market to offer our product to the buyer. So some buyer already interest with my product, because is it like working holistic, yeah. So I do for our expression, and I do for our like studio for making the product, and also I do for the market. So uh, we can see and what going on in market. In fact, because some buyer from America already see the product and try to order this product. So yeah, I'm happy, because it is my goal to get the buyer, like to help our like uh, uh, society for the making ceramic. Sorry, making output. Thank you.
I hope the answer satisfying you, Pak Trisna. Next, this one is for Miss Nanaka. It's in Indonesian, and I will translate it for you. The question is from Bapak Kadek Primayudi, a faculty member of Visual Art faculty. This question is, what do you do to ensure that your audience get the meaning of your artwork, since your piece contains a very deep meaning?
Thank you for the question and translation of the question. For me, as an artist, it's it's not so important to all audience can understand the all process and all concept what I think during my creating process. And my responsible as an artist is creating artwork and share with audience, and what audience translate my artwork doesn't have to be the same experience which I thought people can understand or what they receive. So it doesn't have to be understandable for everyone. Everyone can translate how they want. And I'm very happy to hear their way to experience my artwork. It can be totally different what I imagined before. So it is one of the enjoyable thing as an artist.
Okay, okay, interesting. Okay, let's go to Andi Haryadi. It's a very good question, and it goes to every speaker. How to make the persistent negative issues related to the pandemic become an advantage for the creative ideas? Let me go to Dr. Hanif first for his response.
Okay, thank you for the questions. If the negative parts of this particular issues or the pandemic, how could we take advantage? I'm going to show you my work or my artwork related to this particular question. What happened actually is I have produced an artwork that actually doesn't being bought by anyone because of nobody go to the gallery right now, and nobody held an event related to exhibition except an e-exhibition or online exhibition. So in this case, I have participated in online exhibition due to the pandemic COVID-19, as well as my artworks is being auctioned in the Sotheby's auction website. So I'm going to show you which which artwork that has been auctioned in the Sotheby's auction line. So in last year, I have involved in this art Jakarta exhibition or an art fair, but somehow nobody buy these particular sculptures. In doing so, because of the pandemic COVID-19, there is no more exhibition, only an e-exhibition. So I involved in the Sotheby's option. So to me, we should find all of option or any opportunities that can provide us opportunities to market our artwork or design work. I'm sorry, but there's a problem with the servers actually. It's supposed to go to the Sotheby's website. It will take a few minutes, I believe.
Okay.
happen. It's not working. Never mind.
Okay, it
But
doesn't.
yeah, but somehow this is
Maybe I can ask because this is the artwork is interesting for me.
okay. You want to ask question about this topic?
Mr.
Yeah, sure, no
Hanif,
problem. Yeah.
yeah, Mr. Hanif, this is like painting or the material from wood together, like assembling or what?
Actually,
And is it any functions? Because I see the number 2, there is like a lamp.
oh, actually, this particular artworks is related to one of the question. Actually, it's associated with intercultural issues. Yeah. So I'm going to show you what does this particular artwork mean. So this is the if you can see over here.
Okay.
Okay. These these artworks or the sculptures symbolize kepiting or Indonesian words for crabs. Yeah. So kepiting, this artwork's title is kepiting, and kepiting is based on my experience traveling in Indonesia. So as you can know, you can see that Malaysia is the neighboring country of Indonesia. But somehow, although the language spoken in Indonesia could be understood by the Malaysians, there are many differences in terms of meaning and pronunciation. So, walaupun ada yang bisa dipahami, tetapi ada perkataan-perkataan yang tidak boleh dipahami. Ya. There are many differences in terms of meaning and pronunciation. So in Malaysian word ketam, which directly translates to crab in the Malaysian language, is called kepiting in the Indonesian language. So there are differences. So it took me a while to comprehend the word kepiting. So when Indonesian said to me about the word kepiting, I don't understand. So it's called kepiting in the Indonesian language, and it took me a while to comprehend the word kepiting. And there was a need for me to portray the correlation visually. So I need to show this visually by using those sculptures. So Kepiting series is a platform to me to express my interpretation of assimilation into different cultures. So by doing that sculpture, I try to portray the idea of assimilation. Assimilate means to embrace, accept, and adapt to different things. And this is highly related to the way I fabricate the Kepiting series. So how to create this Kepiting series or two of these three sculptures is by combining different materials. In my case, I'm combining two different major materials, which is recycle wood as well as recycle plastics. Yeah. So I want to portray the idea of assimilation, which in turn creates unity. So through assimilate, kita bersatu. Yeah. Togetherness, we create the unity through combining different recycled materials, which is in particular the plastic waste as well as the wooden waste. Yeah. So Kepiting was constructed from several small units of recycled woods and plastics to form an interpretation of unity. So the process of amalgamation is painstaking, and I view this as a symbol of assimilation. These artworks have been produced in 2019 and been exhibited in the art job. So, by the way, this artwork symbolize the process of um, interdisciplinary of culture. Yeah. So even though it's not being exhibited anywhere in the world, it being auctioned in the Sotheby's website. So please, if you want to have these particular sculptures, um, uh, please be online on the Sotheby's website in the 30th of November. So actually, that is my answer regarding this particular artwork. Hope
Okay.
that answered the question.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Pak Hanif. Let's go to Ms. Sawalak with the former question. What would you do to make the negative things of the pandemic become positive for your creative idea? Ms. Sawalak, are you still with me? Hello. Let's go to Pak Tera first with the same question.
Just like in the presentation from Yuda Sandi comic title, Dipendam Pandemi, means something has to be buried. We postpone, and then we have to find something to do in this pandemic situation. So I think it's just, I don't know how to turn negative into positive, but try to find something that is suitable for this situation. We can do something together in physically, then we have to do something in what you call it, online, digitally or something. So I think it's simple things to do. To do something that is what you call it, find something to do when we cannot to do something in this pandemic situation. I think that's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Pak Tera. Ms. Nanaka, do you have something to say to respond the same question?
Yes, how we react to the negative issues. Last few months, I lost both my mom and grandma in this situation, not because of the COVID, because of other diseases. So together with COVID situation and the loss of my family affect me a lot, and it became very negative happenings for me. But in this hard time, I found myself how precious time we had together, and I found the other side of the negative things in our life. Even I cannot meet my grandma or my mom anymore physically, but I also have experience and lifetime conversation I had with them when they lived together. So in somehow we find a new thing or a new creative and very positive thing in very limited situation. So I think everyone can find, even it's very small, like a picture, as I show you everyone. So that kind of things makes new perspective.
Okay, thank you. Pak Timbul, do you have something to say? Considering the question, how to shift the negative of the pandemic become advantages? for us in our creative idea?
Yes, actually, in the situation is actually make us lonely because only by digital information we can talk together. But actually, at home we can create something because I think over the world is same situation when people stay at home, so they thinks we have to make a tidy of our interior, something like that. So we need furniture, we need accessories, we need everything to do something, and also the people, creative people, also do something with the creativity in for example making something art, so everybody actually can killing the time at home by positive thinking, I think. All.
Okay, thank you, Pak Timbul. Next, I have a very simple question from Elsa Melanti. The question is for, again, Miss Nanaka. I will translate it for you. Has any of your artworks ever taken to be an idea of fashion product?
Thank you for the question and translation. I never think to adapt my artwork to fashion product before, but I'm very open to the new possibility. If someone wants to make my art concept or artwork to fashion product, it will be wonderful. But myself, I am not very good businesswoman or negotiator, so I cannot do the money things. But I love to do the conceptual things. It will be wonderful.
Okay, well, Pak Timbul is a very good entrepreneur, a businessman, so maybe someday in the future he can do it for you.
I think so because almost all my artwork is going to be business because uh, I'm in a craft department in faculty fine fine art and design, fine visual art Institute of the Art Indonesia. I said because I creating for craft, so craft is not only for me because this is not fine art for me. So actually there is also a fine art, but this I always to think that my products must be good to market. So I have to learn how the growing of the trend right now. So I have to go to also the exhibition, international exhibition for the business, craft business. So this is different with the people who make like art for satisfied of himself or herself. So uh, so that way I have to creating something correlated with the market. Yeah, this is different with the other people who only making the concept of art for art. So I'm art for the reproduction. Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, well, I still have one more question here on the chat. It comes from Bapak Gogor Bangsa, a lecturer of visual communication design of AC Jogja. Uh, I'm I'm not sure I get the point of this question, let me just read it for you. What about the intercultural response to work during this pandemic? Maybe the question is this: when you have an artwork created in this pandemic situation, how the audience from across countries responds to it? Let's say Dr. Hanif showed us his work that he created during the pandemic. Dr. Hanif, did you show your artwork to the audience? How did they respond to it?
Okay. Regarding that question, actually, my research interest is actually related to cultural sustainability. So I like that question actually, because to me, part of sustainability is culture. Beside environment, sociology, as well as economy. So these four things should be our our pillars in holding the idea of sustainability. So my view on culture is it should be understood by other people, other countries, other nations, in other continents, because it is something that we need to understand. And I'm going to show you things that related to these particular cases or issues, or should I say issues. I want to present you the idea of sharing the knowledge. So this is, I hope you can see this. This is from the Art and Design, Faculty of Art and Design, UITM Shah Alam website, where in this particular screen, you can see the United Nations SDG goals, or United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. They have like 17 goals being stated in the UN SDG. And this is all my initiatives that being registered in United Nations SDG platforms. So you can see here, it's related of sharing the culture, intercultural, interdisciplinary of culture, yeah, where you can see here is related to Blockternative with the SDG action hashtag number 27357. And we got here the initiative related to folklore of Malaysia, yeah, sustaining Sitanggang story through souvenir. Sitanggang is folklore in Malaysia, where in Indonesia it is called Malum Kunda, yeah, where the disobedient son being turned into a stone or a rock because yeah, he didn't like his mother, yeah. So to me, this initiative need to be registered and being portrayed to the outside world, as well as this one, preserving I am telling into culture by designing cultural product. So if I click this one, the Blockternative, it directly goes to the website of the United Nations SDG partnerships and platform. So this is very important to me because from here, the visibility of your own culture, of your own initiative can be seen throughout the world. So in this particular initiative, it's a collaborative effort from UITM, Malaysian Handicraft Development Corporation, as well as Vocational Special Education Secondary School, inshallah, in Malaysia. So the targets were between those 17 targets, I cater the goal number 9 as well as the goal number 12 related to innovation as well as the culture. So this is very important to me, where interdisciplinary of culture should be portrayed everywhere, whether in your initiative, your artworks, or your design works. So I'm going to show you one more thing that related to this particular initiative, and this is what have been done despite the registration from the 17 goals. I also create the what should I say, the initiative that related to certain folklores. This is a design works by my students. So based on a folklore, in this case, bawang putih and bawang merah, so we transformed it into an artwork or design work. In this case, we transform it into merchandise or souvenir products. So based on those folklore. So to me, this is important. Beside the economic, beside the social, as well as the environment, the culture need to be sustained as well. Yeah, and this is products from my students related to the bawang merah and bawang putih folklore, as well as the hikayat hantuah, one of the popular culture in Malaysia, related to the heroic or the warrior of the Malay traditional icon, yeah, being embedded in this particular product. Yeah. So all those initiatives is being registered in this particular United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So I believe that is one of the way to celebrate the idea of interdisciplinary of culture.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Okay. Participant, I'm afraid that I have to say that Dr. Hanif's explanation is the end of our sharing creative program. So, oh, I have this important information for you first. You can check on the chat that we already share the link for you to fill the presents list. Right away after you fill it, you will get an email, and you can find the e-certificate in. However, do not go anywhere because we are going to have the last thing, that is the photo session. Please open all camera.
Please open your camera. We will take picture for all speaker and participant. Slide 1. Slide 2. Slide 3. And the last, slide 4. Okay, thank you.
To really end the discussion, I should extend our deepest appreciation to all speakers. Pak Hanif, terima kasih. Miss Nanaka, thank you very much. Miss Sawalak, thank you very much. Pak Tera, Pak Timbul. It is not very smooth for the technological problem, but I'm sure that everyone here gets something from the discussion. We hope that we can meet again in the future with similar program. Goodbye for now. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ya, makasih ya. Makasih semuanya ya. Makasih.